It's our world and we're glad to have you in it. I am Towani Oludemi.
And I am David Livingstone. You are in for a great time today.
Let's start on this relaxed note with this musical video.
Heal the World by Michael Jackson, performed by some talented friends.
Enjoy.
My name is Peter Obi. Watch our world on AIT every Wednesday 5 p.m.
Wow, that was amazing. I'll focus on my piano lessons. I play the piano. Towani, do you play any musical instruments?
No, I can do the ballet. Moving on now, it is often said that what a man can do,
a woman can do even better.
Indeed, we all know that mothers are the glue that stick the family together.
And the world has been blessed with so many amazing women in history.
Here are some friends to tell us more about these women.
Hello friends, my name is Ebo Abba and I'm here to talk about an amazing woman who has changed the world. Her name is Margaret Hilda Thatcher. Margaret Hilda Thatcher was born in a small town in eastern England in 1925. Her parents were Alf and Beatrice. She had an elder sister called Muriel. Her parents ran a grocery store which helped to put food on the table. At university, she won her first election. It was only a small election, but famous politicians from all over the world came to speak to her club and helped her to make some useful friends, which helped her later in life. She was Britain's first Prime Minister for over 12 years. She was often called the Iron Lady. She was given the name by a Russian newspaper. Margaret Thatcher died 8 April 2013.
Hi friends, my name is Mofratolu Abolwaji and I'm here to talk about an amazing woman who has changed the world. Her name is Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Gail Winfrey, an American talk show host, a television producer, philanthropist, author, and actress. Oprah Winfrey is currently aged 67 years old and she is married to Stedman Graham. Oprah Winfrey's net worth, which is what she owns with all the money in her bank account, are up to $2.7 billion US. Oprah Winfrey has written some books titled What I Know For Sure, The Wisdom Journal, Journey to Be Loved, Mr. or Miss Just Right. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Flosha Diola and I'm here to talk about an amazing woman who has changed the world. Her name is Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II was crowned Queen of the United Kingdom and 15 other Commonwealth realms. She was born 21st April 1926 in Mayfair, London, as the first child of the Duke and Duchess of York. Her father ascended the throne of the abdication of his brother, King Edward. Queen Elizabeth is currently 95 years old. Her husband's name is Prince Philip, who unfortunately died April 9, 2021 at the age of 99. Queen Elizabeth is the longest living and longest reigning current monarch. she was given the throne when she was 25 years old. Queen Elizabeth's net worth is up to £29 million. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Lucia Chineduzo and I'm here to talk about an amazing woman who have changed the world, Catherine the Great, an empress of Russia in the late 18th century who encouraged the cultural influences of Western Europe in Russia. She inherited the Russian territory towards the Black Sea. She was known for her enormous interviews with the members of her government. She was born in 2nd May 1729. Unfortunately, she died on 17 November 1796. Thank you.
Hello friends, my name is Mitchell Livingstone and I am here to talk about an amazing woman who have changed the world. Her name is Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa was born on 24 August 1910. Her birth name was Agnes. She chose the name Teresa when she decided to take vows as a nun. Her father died at age 8 and was raised by her mother in a Roman Catholic church. Mother Teresa gave her life to Christ at an early age. At age 18, Mother Teresa decided to join the Sisters of Loreto to become a missionary. At age 36, Mother Teresa had an important call from God to help the poor. She helped them so much that she had nothing to offer to herself. Mother Teresa went to church and called the Catholic Church women to contribute something to give to the poor. Sadly, Mother Teresa died 5th September 1997. Thank you.
Fascinating women in history. Zainab will now tell us about cholera.
Hello, my name is Zainab Said. I'm here to talk about cholera. Cholera is a bacterial disease causing severe diarrhea and dehydration. It is usually spread in water. Cholera is a serious bacterial disease and it causes 100,000 deaths per year. If you notice large amounts of watery diarrhea, vomiting and muscle cramps, visit your doctor immediately. Remember, always be hydrated and wash your hands often.
He is a senator of the Federal Republic.
A lover of children and much more.
David can't stop talking about the pizza and cakes they were served after the interaction.
Indeed, that was a day to remember.
Let's join Adiola for the A Day With segment.
His young looks belies his achievements. He is a lawyer, a politician, human rights activist, a husband, a father, and above all, a lover of humanity. I'm sure you're wondering who this is. Well, you'll find out after the break. I am Adiola Olasheinde.
Hello, I'm Abike Dabiri Erewa. You're watching one of the foremost television programs in Nigeria, Our World. Do watch Our World on this channel at this time every week.
Welcome back. Our guest, popularly known as MOB, has served in various political positions both at the national and state levels. He is currently at the 9th National Assembly representing the good people of Ekiti Central Senatorial District. We will be spending a day with the distinguished Senator Michael OPEYEMI Bamidele. You're welcome to Our World, sir.
It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Sir, please can you briefly tell us about what information I might have left out in your introduction?
Well, I think you pretty much captured it well. To the glory of God and by His grace, I've been privileged to serve in various capacities. I was in the cabinet of Lagos State government, serving the government and people of Lagos State for 11.5 years, both as special advisor and as honorable commissioner in different ministries, after which I was privileged to also contest and win election to serve in the House of Representatives as a member of the Federal Parliament from 2015, from 2011 to 2015. And I'm a lawyer, primarily licensed both in New York as an attorney, as well as in Nigeria as a solicitor and advocate of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. I'm also a member of the Body of Benchers, which is the highest decision-making body of the legal profession.
Sir, what was growing up like?
Well, growing up for me was interesting. It was typical. I grew up like any other average African child, from a humble, extremely humble background. It was a time when you could go places, without being afraid. My parents, of course, would warn us to be careful of where we would go. There were moments that I even had to hawk, articles, some merchandise articles for my mom on the street. And sometimes it was difficult to make ends meet. Sometimes it was difficult to even have enough food at home to eat. I recall that sometimes it was difficult for our parents to pay, our tuition fees, at school.
Sir, what informed your decision to go into politics?
An interesting question, Adeshawa. I see politics as a way of service. My being in politics, for me, is not different from if I had worked as a church worker, or I had been a pastor, or I had worked or had served in some non-governmental organizations as a civil society person. It's all about service to the people. Some people will continue to tell you, oh, politics is dirty, they don't want to get into it. I don't think it is politics that is dirty. It is the people that go into it, the people that play politics, that can be dirty. And you cannot isolate that from any other aspect of our national life.
Sir, as the Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, how have you touched the lives of the electorate you represent?
Basically, I have been able to do that in 3 areas, and I'm still doing it. One is to be able to provide quality representation for the people who elected me on the floor of the parliament. As a senator, I do all I can, to ensure that I speak up when it becomes necessary to do so. I continue to ensure that the poor people find their voice in my representation on the floor, that the less privileged find their voice in my representation on the floor, that the youth of this country find their voice in my representation of this country. The second area in which I add value is through my committee assignments. I'm privileged to chair one of the most important committees of the Senate, which is the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights, and Legal Matters. By virtue of this position, my committee is in charge of oversighting a whole arm of government, which is the judiciary. And in addition, and then finally, I have been able to build a major library in my senatorial district, which is an e-library that helps, to cater for the needs of a lot of the youth and students, in my constituency. I've been able to also build, a daycare center for the elderly, some people call it old people's home. So these are some of the things that I am doing, and I believe we still need to do much more.
Sir, describe your typical day at the National Assembly.
Well, a typical day in the National Assembly starts with our plenary session, which usually holds from 10 a.m. You are there in plenary, and that's where we consider all the motions, bills, matters of urgent public importance, and different things. So we basically debate, or we disagree to agree. And, that's where we work towards making new laws. We work towards amending existing laws where necessary. We consider whatever correspondence is coming in from Mr. President. And then once we close, from plenary session, we then dissolve into our offices, to start, whatever administrative work that you have to do in the office. Our desks are always filled up with correspondence, So you treat your mails. After that, we head out to our committee meetings. So you are meant to belong to at least 6 or 7 committees. And there are days that you could have up to 2 or 3 of your committees meeting. So you are going to be shortening from one committee meeting to another. And then you come back to your office. So depending on who you are, some people will stay in the office and do most of the job that they have to do in the office. Some people will simply come back and take whatever files they have at their desk with them to go and continue at home.
Sir, as an indigene of Ekiti State, how were you able to serve in Lagos as a commissioner?
I would say one was by providence. A lot happens in this world based on God's design. I got into the cabinet of Lagos State through His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who then was the governor. And I had known him much earlier than that. We had worked together in some other capacity, and like I said, a reputation that preceded me, and he sent for me to come and work with him. As of the time I was offered the appointment in Lagos State, I was actually in the United States, where I was working as an attorney, and I had what looked like a dream job, for a young man of my age. I was a legal expert and human rights expert on Nigeria, working with the Harvard Law School when His Excellency Governor Asiwaju, as he was then, invited me to come and serve.
Sir, how do you juggle your different roles as a politician, a lawyer, a husband, and a father?
Yeah, it's quite a responsibility. You have to be ready to do a lot of delicate balancing, which is what I do, because any aspect of those sectors, of my life that you just described, is capable of completely taking me away from the other ones, unless you are able to do some balancing. Maintaining a balance between my public life and my private life is always a challenge, but by the grace of God, it's something that I've constantly, ensured to do. Part of the reason I was on phone till 4 a.m. this morning was because I needed to speak, with 2 of my children, who had tried to get me during the day, and it was more, please text me, please, send a message. I'm in a meeting, I cannot pick calls, and they're used to that. So yesterday for me, my day was not complete until I had done everything that I needed to do, as a public office holder during the day, as someone who's politically involved. And then I had my own family and personal issues to sort out. So it's important that you let everybody into what you're doing so that it's not strange to them, and then it's easier for them to show understanding because they're familiar with your program and your work, and because they have the same passion that you have to serve.
Sir, do you still practice your profession?
My answer to that would be yes, but not that I'm personally involved. When I was going to be sworn in as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I had to apply for a leave of absence from my law firm. My law firm keeps running. We have an office here in Abuja, and we have another office, at Lekki in Lagos, because that is the primary job that I have. That is my second address, and I have to keep it. It's an aspect of me that must not die. So definitely, law practice is going on. But being manned by some other people, some other lawyers. I have a managing attorney who is doing a fantastic job supervising the entire practice.
Sir, I want to ask a rather silly question. As a child, were you naughty? And if yes, how were you punished?
Well, your question was not silly. Like any other child, of my time, and like most children now, I was. I remember there were times I woke up and I didn't even feel like going to school. And I'm sure, one or two of you would have had reasons to go and sneak into the fridge and take some ice cream when your mom would probably not have allowed you to do that. So, like any other child, I had my own moment of naughtiness.
Sir, what are your favorite things like music, food, and color?
For food, I crave more than any other one for pounded yam, and vegetable, and you probably can explain why it is so. I'm a thoroughbred Ekiti man. My best brand of music actually is gospel music, because if I had my way, I could listen to gospel music all day.
Sir, with your busy schedule, how do you relax?
I do relax. Yes, I'm busy, but there are times that I feel I just need to shut down, and that's the truth, because it's wisdom to know when to shut down. Once in a while, I also socialize by going out to see friends and some family friends. I hardly go out to any joint, but as much as possible, I try to catch every moment that I have an opportunity to relax.
Sir, why do you always wear your signature owl cap?
Thank you so much, Adeshawa. You describe it as a signature cap. Yes, it is. For one, I love the color white. When I appear in a white apparel, I feel much more peaceful. For me, it comes with peace. It represents peace, represents purity. When it's dirty, it's dirty. All right? There's no pretending about it. Whether I'm in my wig and gown as a lawyer, or I'm in my native dress as a politician, I continue to wear the same color, of head cover.
Distinguished Senator, sir, we understand that recently it was your birthday. We hope the cake is still available, but we just want to sing a birthday song for you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, my birthday was on the 29th of July, 2021.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daddy. Happy birthday to you. We wish you many happy returns of your day. Long life and prosperity. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray! Let's see you act it. Hip, hip, hip. Hooray! Hip, 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 hip. Hooray! Okay, so clap, clap, clap.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Sir, do you have a word of advice to children all over the world?
Yes, I do. As children, you all need to look beyond circumstances. Don't allow circumstances to deter you. A lot of children get destroyed, through peer pressure, and undue influence. Be careful who your role models will be. Don't limit yourself as young people. And remember what our Bible tells us, that you should not allow anyone to despise your little beginning. You know, you are the seed being sown by the country, and by the grace of God, you all germinate to very big trees, you know.
Wow, it's been an eye-opening and insightful chat with you, sir. We had an amazing time and we hope you did too.
Yes, I did. It's my pleasure again. I look forward to seeing you again.
Our world continues shortly. Stay with us.
Wow, an interesting daddy. Happy birthday, sir. It's quiz time with Swa.
Hi friends, my name is Tuaninu Oludemi. It's quiz time. I know you are set to show how clever you are. But first, answer to last week's question. We asked,
What is the traditional ruler of Calabar called?
the answer is the Obong of Calabar. And the first correct answer came from Idara Rapson, who lives in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Congratulations, the producer will get in touch with you. This week, the question is, who did the children spend a day with today? As always, send your answer to the producer our world on 081 8795 5548. Good luck. Please note, the quiz is for children between the ages of 8 and 12. The program continues shortly. Stay with us.
All too soon, it's time to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed the time spent in our world.
Join us next time. I am David Livingstone.
And I am Towani Oludemi.
From the both of us. Bye.